recording.
It is now.
We're live.
We're live, the after show.
So,
it should be. Yeah.
If we have a Halloween game, I propose we continue with the characters we played in Sean's Halloween game.
That went well last year?
If not,
Last
I
time?
want to play Queen and Glass Bottom.
Well, last year.
I agree.
Yes, that one that Ripley ran.
The one Sean ran, where we went trick-or-treating.
Huh.
Last time I did a Halloween game was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
2 years ago.
I mean, I don't care who runs the game. I want to play Queen Glass Bottom.
I'm down for options like one-shot campaigns.
I kind of
magic
wanted
videos
to
going up live.
surprise you and have you guys play D&D in my system. Have your characters play it.
That
Like
could be an
Inception
option.
style.
We also had the Thanksgiving special.
Okay.
The Christmas special.
Mario Kart.
We could do some Mario time.
My character rolls
one
in
shot.
Dungeon Drifters.
Yeah,
Dungeon Drifters. That worked out well. with
Yeah,
the
that was
boats.
fun. I like that.
We have the horse races. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
We could make magic content and put it out that day too. Let us know in the comments.
The cube was cool.
What you guys would
Doing
like.
like you.
Yeah, that was
back in
Well, the
day.
1 hour.
I think Mike would
Like
probably like that too,
holiday
because you like to
themed,
draft. That was kind of like a
one-shot
draft
stuff.
setting.
Yeah,
but we
holiday
liked-
theme one shot.
Well, it was like a draft setting,
Thanksgiving
but
one
we
shot,
made
a Christmas
EDH
one
decks.
shot.
But we all
Thanksgiving.
had like,
I could do it.
Out of
Thanksgiving.
that
boxes
big
to
cube,
look
we
at.
I
had
still want to film a one shot.
a soul ring.
Well, you told us what you wanted to
Fellmore
do,
Stone
but
and
you've
a command
never.
tower given.
Yeah,
Come
but
around
I
to-
was
I had, like,
locked in the
3
bar,
filler
so I was
cards.
thinking everyone's
3
locked in the
yeah,
kitchen.
3.
You choose your
Oh,
commander,
boy.
and we all just
There's
pick
a lot
out
of
the
weapons.
boxes.
So the
That's what
staples
I'm
have been
thinking.
agreed
The
upon.
frying
Yeah,
pans,
yeah, that everyone gets
kitchen
one of
knives,
each.
Are there staples in the
hot
block
objects.
other than the ones
Frying
that
oil.
Yes, it's
And
like
there's some
it's
powerful
like
stuff,
last
too.
man standing.
But there's also.
But if you know where it is, you can just be like,
There's multiple things, and also we could film magic
people do
themed
that?
games.
I mean,
One
it's
person
Ripley's
uses
You
it
can
for
open
like
up all
Christmas.
those
You can do
boxes.
like red,
oh,
white,
I
green.
see. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
The Christmas.
Or
So
is it
there's
red and
no,
green?
we don't know
Red and
exactly
green
what's in
only.
Yeah,
there.
you
Red
just
and
take
red
like a
and
handful.
green,
Everyone
yeah.
takes like a fucking section
Like
of cards.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down.
Halloween, we could do.
And
It's,
art
it's literally
We
like
could do
a big
mono
box
black-
of cards. Like you
mono
take a
black
pile, I
showdowns.
take a pile, you look through. Fucking when you're
I
done
almost
picking
wanna
your cards.
keep
You have
those
mono
decks
black
going
deck. Pupa's,
together,
Yeah,
Ripley's
the
mono
Dragon.
and
black
play
deck.
ante.
I made
Shane is a
With
mono
these
black
decks
deck.
that we
That's
built
three
on
mono
this
black
cube.
decks right there.
And
So
then
try
little
to
ante
showdown.
cards.
we only, like, we put those in the deck.
Swamps
essentially?
only.
Do like an ante series.
Basic lands only. No.
Yeah, we could just
Yeah, you also want to.
Do you have any anti-cards in there?
I have a bunch of ante cards.
Anti, and we could do an anti.
I have so many.
New Year's Eve special.
We should definitely
That's
do
another
that.
special.
No one plays anti.
No.
I think Auntie got
What is that?
banned.
Yeah,
New
Ante is
New Year's
officially
Eve is
banned.
always
What
on
is
the
it,
weekend,
Ante?
right?
That's why no one plays
Back-
it.
So you shuffle your deck, you take the top card of your deck after you're all cut and everything, set that aside, the winner gets the top card. of
Keep the
each.
card. Wow.
That's-
Oh, so it's kind of like gambling, too.
Yeah. That's
There
why,
are cards-
why
That's
they
exactly
got rid of it.
why they.
There are cards
got
that
rid of
affect
it.
anti. They're
Yeah.
very old.
Yes.
Shit.
They only printed them for like 2 years. I have a lot of them.
On my front, I think I was. I haven't told anybody this, but I was thinking of changing my system to just having a crap ton of feats and then making it classless. So that way, everybody
So,
essentially makes their class via feats and skills.
So, like, you would take some of the class features and make those feats themselves.
Yes.
Like, you pick sneak attack for your character and spellcast.
Or like a Berserker's Rage feat.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And then you would essentially make a custom class based off all your feats
You know,
and stuff
that
like that.
that would be.
Because I was going through some of the 3.5 material, and what is it, the Complete Adventure book? It's like a whole section where it's like ascetic hunter, ascetic fighter, and all it is, it's allowing your monk levels to stack.
With the ranger levels.
How would
And
you-
other multi-class
one paid
levels for armor
This
bonuses
is your-
There was also
and stuff like that.
There's also stuff, I think you take like a ranger and rogue,
This could be.
and your ranger and your rogue levels are stacked
Oh,
for the
Tristan,
purpose
he
of
is a
sneak
comedian,
attack.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah, you have to take a
And-
certain feat for that.
Yeah, it was a special feat, yeah. And it also gave them like
It's
the
just such a
ranger's
white
movement bonus too.
yeah.
That's how it was calculated. You add both levels.
Yeah, so I was just
This
looking at
page
that.
is
It's like
multi-class
It's a
abilities.
beautiful-
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
can easily
that
do a
page
lot
just
of
calls you.
multi-class crossover just by instead of having 18 classes,
Popular.
build your own.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that
This is
idea.
crazy.
You know, you don't have to
I
be
just made organized.
pure hacker. You can
Hey,
just
did we level
make
up?
yourself
How would
to
you
be
do the
the
hit
hacker.
points?
Drew,
Sean, how would you do the hit
What?
points?
did we level up this session?
Based on race.
Everybody did.
So you know
How much
how
more
I have
health
the
would I
beetle
get?
guy.
That's a beautiful ceremony.
Your rainbow D8.
Beetle guy.
So
Yeah,
my
you know
health
how I have
plus
like
a D8
the beetle guy.
Your constitution
He would
modifier
probably
plus
be
D8.
a D12 because he's supposed to
plus
be.
what
A
I
10.
already have.
The elves would probably be 6s. Humans would
So
probably
D8
be
plus my con modifier.
Really?
Yeah. Gets added up.
Make
to
sure to
myself.
like, comment, and
So how many-
subscribe.
Like, you'd also have to
So this
determine
bony
how
contest.
each class gets
8,
their skills.
49,
Class.
50.
This is the
Well, I was
episode
thinking, you know how I had
Where
we
the
get
level
groovy.
0 commoner?
real hair.
I was thinking
band
about
style
expanding
rock
that to a
roll.
full 5 levels, so
Coming
that
to
way you
you
level
live.
up at
Dice
1/6 or something like that. And that's
The
where you
after
pick
show.
most of your feats and skills.
Okay.
That's where it's most deterministic, and then
Hair
after
band
that,
style.
it's
Should I pass
1,
it?
2, 3.
No, it's cool.
Question is like if you're taking like if you want to get like the spell casting or like divine stuff, anything like that, like how do you make it choose like the modifiers? Like if you want to play like a roguelike character, how would you make Dex work with like taking it? Like would you have a requirement for Dex to take certain feats?
Dex
Like, if
is
you want to
always
do,
The
like, sneak attack
very
or
basic
ranged
stuff
weapons.
wouldn't have prerequisites. Once you start going like further down, oh, I want to be a rogue.
Yeah.
Yes, you would need prerequisites
This is
because
what people
you're
wanna
essentially
hear about.
going further down.
They want to
You've
hear
taken
the
these two
background.
skills, you've taken this
This is
feat.
an
So you have to
exclusive
watch some of
look
the feats behind
into
certain
future
stats.
shots.
Yes,
Stats.
but if
Stat
you've
numbers.
managed to
The
wiggle
new
your way
D20 system.
towards a feat, even though you're like the complete opposite. Like
You
if
can
you're a
still
sword,
take it.
if you're an equivalent of a sorcerer, like you're arcane blooded as your
Should we take
first
another
feat,
shot?
Yeah.
We could.
and you've managed to like by
We
like
got
level
shots
9. You,
Live.
oh hey, you can also take a sneak attack if you
The
want.
bottle wasn't.
Yeah.
So that way you're like a sorcerer rogue.
So, Sean, we're doing shots on stream.
No. No.
Okay.
Thank you.
The after show, people.
No.
Go take a shot in the kitchen. They're fucking fiending that bad.
But yeah, I just saw a lot of the 3.5 classes were essentially, or the feats. A lot of them were for multi-classing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I literally added plus half classes.
How?
So it's like if I strip all the classes away and make it build your own, essentially, I can make it easy.
Is 6.0 coming out?
How do you determine your saves?
It would still be the
Based
the
on
rolls
stats.
based on stats.
Okay.
Oh yeah. What about like
Oh, the 3 other ones.
like the 3 major saves you always like no and like in 5th edition each stat has a save and you're proficient in 2 of them. How would you determine your save proficiencies?
Well, it's a little
Have you ever?
different in mine, but
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah, you have the 3 major ones, but like everyone is good at 1 or 2. I believe.
yeah, I think I would have to assign it via race again,
I'm
and
coming,
say
Joe.
that like, oh hey, if you're a level X Kabuto or level X elf, they go up to these.
Well, I mean they're
So
all
your reflex, temperance, and stamina would go up level by level, but based on race and via experience.
all right.
So I've been looking around at others, and it's like, oh, look, classless systems seem to actually be kind of good. Let's see if I can handle this.
I like the 6th level commoners you mentioned. Is that
Well,
what-
yeah, it's to be able to get to 1 to 5 technically, because you would then level up at 1/6, and that would just be getting from 0 to 1. So 1/6 would be technically getting to level 1.
If you weren't going to do that, just brainstorming here, you could associate different hit die with an amount of feats and skill points. That way, you know, like, oh, I've got 1d4 hit points, but I've got fucking 8 times whatever skill points and fucking 5 feats instead of 3 or 2. Or...
So like, if you get more access to feats and skill points,
you have
get
less health. And if the most health is like very few.
It would also, I guess I already brought it up and I'm already contradicting it, where like you have to have like stat requirements for certain things.
What's the every
It would be
red,
nice
white,
like
blue?
if you wanted to do a rogue character but make it like
Green,
strength
white,
based.
blue.
Yeah,
Green,
exactly.
white, blue.
So
Or a
like,
charisma-based
I know,
rogue.
charisma based rogue, yeah.
Or an intelligence rogue.
Like the rogue that attacks with his
Green,
charisma
white,
is
blue.
like dancing
Yeah, he's
around
going
and
on-
distracting and fainting everywhere.
Essentially El Zorro.
Yeah. Or something. So I guess
Oh,
you have to maybe you make it them limited to their. It's limited by one stat. They pick the stat, or 2 stats, and that's what determines something. I don't know. At the beginning,
green, white, blue.
like I'm making. I don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you mean like how when you choose rogue, it's you choose dexterity, constitution, and you.
Yeah, or
I
you
have
can
two
pick
Rishimis.
strength and constitution
Does
or
he
something.
need a Rishimi?
Strength and
Yeah.
dexterity.
Well, I've also heard the
Yeah, right.
argument for
He
instead of
does, right? Does he?
dexterity for range, you use intelligence
I
for
have 2
range.
cards that need
Yeah.
to go in your deck.
Because you're trying to aim and use your brain
With my,
do?
this
for
is
all
my binder.
coordinating.
Especially
Rishimi.
more for a sniper too.
And I have
Yeah.
Ringo
Calculating for
Streetwise
wind
It's-
drag.
You're not you are using your hands, but you're more using your brain, especially if you're like using archery or something like that.
These should go to the driver right now.
What did I say?
So I'm thinking I'm gonna use intelligence
Rishimi
for range
and Ringo
and
Streetwise.
start working on making it classless. But
Those 2?
then I'm gonna have
I
to
just, like,
restart
yeah.
the campaign essentially.
Yeah.
Those are the only
We can
ones I can
convert.
really think of.
If you wanted to, I mean.
Maybe like a blue card. But
Well,
I
that's the
don't think
thing.
I
It's
have
like that'd be
better
like an
cards than you.
entire thing is converting. I think like everybody's like 9 or 10.
Oh, well, we don't have to do levels. I'd want to keep the character for the most part. I mean, I don't have to. I
Yeah,
also have a
I'd
character
say
in the
those
wing.
two.
If I wind up not being a mystic anymore, that'd be fine too. Like I could always go.
Well, I've already thought of most of like I've essentially converted the 18 classes that I have into the feats, and I've been looking through some of the other like prestige classes and stuff like that.
Rebel, you'd agree?
Oh, that could be like the
Old
vigilante
North guy.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Complete adventurer. That's like, oh yeah, nature magic druid, arcane blood,
The other guy could
sorcerer,
really be a whole
research
commander.
magic
But
wizard.
he seems good for those colors.
Tracking could be ranger. I forgot what I said would be fighter. It was commercially adept or something like that. And then I added another.
deck I'm gonna
So it would be
build.
reflection magic. The other one.
You want to hand these to who?
Look at those.
Oh, the warlock would have to be
That's the deck I'm building.
patron.
Oh, they're pretty.
Patronage
Yeah,
magic,
I
something
have
like
to keep
that.
I'm almost done building.
Yeah.
But they partner together.
Bestowed.
So
Yeah,
it's
Call it
Bestowed
bestowed
magic.
magic.
right?
Well, that could cross lines with cleric though.
No,
The cleric and the
that could still
paladin.
just remain divine magic.
But yeah, the cleric and the paladin though.
I mean, like they do have like the celestial warlock. That one gets its
Yeah.
power from divine sources
Yeah,
as well.
they do.
So it's a different way of getting like they're bestowed it by the god. The cleric
Well, not yeah. The cleric and the paladin are usually
holy
don't-
and act in holy ways, so that's how they get
Yeah,
generate
that's
their magic.
yeah. That's where I think the
Those are
hang up
great.
comes from
That's such a
because
cool deck.
bestowed seems more holy.
Well, I mean, an evil god can bestow curses and shit like that too.
That is
Devil
true.
Evil gods can
bestows-
bestow blessings.
That's what he was
Yeah.
just saying. It's like
Oh.
in most people's head, I think bestow seems more holy than
Yeah.
I mean, sure. In most people. That doesn't mean that's what it's restricted to.
yeah.
yeah. I understand.
I really came in like last second. So
Yeah, I'm sure there's another word for it, but
you're looking for another word for?
like patron or the benefactor.
Oh, okay. Paragon.
Paragon would be one.
Benefactor's magic could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the version of the yeah, I had the my warlock is the patron,
Yeah.
so it could just be patronage magic.
Champion.
Yeah, fighter's the champion, I think, something like that.
I mean, like champion of Paragon of. If you're looking for like
Oh,
a name
yeah,
for
that's right.
magic, like patron deity,
Championship magic, something like that.
patronage.
But like artificer would be like crafting magic,
Oh, I see.
and then the psychic, the mystic would obviously be like fortified mind or something like that.
Yeah.
Look at this page.
How I made the hacker would obviously
What
just
is
be
that
like.
page? Just that page right there.
You have quite the collection.
Probably like knowing code or something like that as a
Nine
feat or tactic.
planewalkers. 9 commanders.
Intrusive coding tactics, something like that.
For whom?
The hacker that I made.
Oh, okay.
And then you can start going down different tech trees. And apparently in the new Dungeons and Dragons Unearthed Arcana, they're working on base building.
Base building.
Yeah.
Got that much.
Sounds like a ridiculous vehicle mechanic. Vehicle-like.
Just look at that.
Well, it's like how in past campaigns I've had you guys settle down and like make different rooms in a castle and stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So I've kind of started that for my system as well, but it's
Oh, I thought it was in the card game.
oh no, it's for D&D.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it's working on what I know from like XCOM though.
Nice.
So a lot
I
of
can't
it's
wait to
running
build
on
this,
different
two commanders.
currencies. And it's like,
So
oh,
sweet.
yeah, you have your power, you have research to help you along with different things. Then you can generate magic or anything else.
It's gonna be a fun one.
I think I am still going to keep the life paths though. Because that'll help solidify your classless class.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh yeah, I want to be the fighter, therefore I'll choose the soldier life path.
Will that be within the first 5 levels, or once you become a?
Once you become
full-fledged-
level 1,
Okay.
essentially. It's like, oh, you get your life path once you've trained and you've gone from 0 to 1.
And they'll have their own.
Essentially,
their own-
from nobody to somebody. Somebody that can actually fight. Not a nameless face in the crowd.
Right.
Okay, so Halloween special is what, next week?
Yeah.
We haven't
Next
really talked
Saturday.
about it.
Next Saturday is the Saturday before Halloween. It's the 21st.
Yes. So it will normally
Today's
be.
the 21st.
Yeah. So next Saturday's the 28th. Halloween's Tuesday. So we gotta film something that we can go live Saturday. Last
Well,
minute,
who will be here that Saturday?
I can be here.
I'll be here.
You'll be here.
I think I'm
They're
not
gonna be
going to be
around.
here
You're
next
not
Saturday.
going to be here.
Next
You,
Saturday?
Michael?
Next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
It's the
It's
28th.
probably
Probably
go out
shouldn't
west.
between-
You don't have to say where you're gonna be, but I'll probably be here.
I'll probably be here.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, we do a one shot. We just do a one
Yeah.
shot. Everyone just said something.
because I messed up our last Future Shock game and made it with no sound. So I was thinking of completely redoing it, except the people that went through it already had their masks rolled. And swapping out the enemy.
Was it Halloween themed?
Kinda. They fought aliens, as in the aliens, but I was thinking of actually introducing my version.
Yeah, I'm picturing more like, we did Ghost tonight, but I'm picturing more, and Skeletons, actually. It was kind of Halloween themed a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There was even a Wendigo.
So I wrote down Wendigo horns on my.
We could just
sheet.
do regular, but more Halloween themed.
More spooky.
I wonder who's
Maybe-
gonna have
maybe-
them up here
yeah.
around Wendigo antlers.
Yeah, maybe put
know, I
a
tried to
little
put one
Halloween
on my head.
decoration
I
in
saw
the
it.
background, Halloween thumbnail, Halloween title. Make it.
I'm just wondering
You took that
who's
out?
going to be here for
Put
that.
that
That's
out?
all.
Okay.
Be around,
We keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh. Oh.
It said a Magic Gathering game with swamp text.
I wanted to put Griselda together, the Monster Masher.
Do that.
Yeah, doing the unglued commanders.
Huh?
We were gonna do unglued commanders.
What's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
What's that card you have that's at $99.99?
Big furry monster.
Big
I remember
furry
when we were
monster.
gonna do
Yeah,
that.
break that out.
Remember that commercial? Do you remember that Magic the Gathering Big Furry Monster commercial?
No.
No, it was a cool commercial.
Wow.
What was
See
it
if
he
we can find it
wore
on the internet?
as earrings?
Krakens and dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought there was a card in this deck here that had double strike and gave creatures you control with first strike double strike.
But you can't find
That's a
it.
good one.
I thought, no, I was gonna take it out.
I'll take double strike any day.
So any other news for the future, or?
I do have a couple of magic decks
Particularly.
quickly thrown together, but a couple of different commanders built.
We'll do another 1 hour challenge. Could be
Yeah.
one of those.
We could do a big cube challenge again.
Yeah.
That's kind of how this deck started, wasn't it? The
Mhm.
Yeah, Derevi.
the Revi
Derevi.
deck.
Exelon comes out in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see if Drazad stays the head of the
We
tribal dinosaurs.
Potentially,
Are we gonna draft that set?
we could potentially film a draft for the first time. If everyone's obliged to it.
Mm-hmm.
Play a game of Monopoly.
You don't
Risk is a game that a lot of us
Yeah,
like
yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
We could
But it
explore
takes
Risk
a
or
long
Monopoly
time.
takes
different
like
even
8 hours.
contests. Just doing. We could set up a GoPro with a different angle. Some who knows.
Yeah, we got a couple of ways that we can mess around with cameras, but I think what happens is we need another capture card,
I have it. I have multiple capture cards.
Mount something to the ceiling.
so we can do that. We can have 2 cameras going.
And
We can
we
fuck
attach it
around
to the
with
fan
that.
and turn it on.
And find
Well,
out.
no, we were thinking for the Magic games, mounting something to the ceiling or something, messing around with lighting, footage, different
Yeah, 'cause right
cameras.
now it's
Who knows?
not optimal.
Yeah. Different types of shit.
I think if we used our phones, we got stands for our phones and recorded our field, we could mute the footage, cut it up ourselves, and send it to Sean. And he could overlay it with the game.
Who knows how that is another.
Yeah, but then, I guess if we're doing that over ourselves.
Right, we just have a little stand and...
I already, yeah, I've already seen on Amazon. There's one for individual. It's like $15.
Different angles.
We could make a stand.
Oh yeah,
But
I
yeah.
know.
different options, different types of content, different styles.
That would require us all
No
recording
sound,
without
with
and
sound,
editing it.
personal views, stuff going on in the background, different angles, different sets up, different styles of tabletop games, Magic, D&D. Monopoly. Monopoly.
Cribbage.
Cribbage.
We had some cribbage footage at one
Let's
point.
play poker.
But I think that.
I think
that
they got
was bad
lost in the
footage.
shuffle.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to gamble?
No.
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 Okay.
I think
Few
if you make
weeks
it
ago.
obviously fake,
There we go.
like where everybody's throwing down Monopoly money.
This is why we have an after talks next week.
Or like, we're obviously just doing the anti part of Magic. It's like, oh man, I lost a card to somebody else. And it's just technically gambling because the government done said so.
Alrighty. Halloween special next.
Yeah, we still gotta figure out what that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay. Until next time.